What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dorky and 40 channel. I am Chad, and if you do not fly DJI, then you are probably looking for the best video transmitter for your analog FPV system. Now, back in the day, these things used to be this big and that thick and just weigh a ton. They had dip switches that you had to use a screwdriver with to change the channels. I know a lot of you new people probably don't believe that, but it is true. Nowadays, we are super lucky, and Team Black Sheep, even though I have gave them a bad rap on the last video with the Fusion module, check that out up here if you want to see what's going on. And I've been flying and loving the Tango too. There's a playlist right here if you want to check that out. They keep on making things better. This is the version 1.1 of the Pronano 32. About a year ago, TBS dumped the UNIFY brand that they were working on forever. They quit evolving it and they started with this Pro series. They have the big boy, which goes over 1 watt, and then they have this one, which maxed out at 400 milliwatts. But for the past month and a half, they've been shipping the version 1.1. This comes with a special firmware that's on it that will allow it to go more than 500 milliwatts. So if you bought one of these last year and you want a little bit more power, you might want to upgrade. I got a link down in the description below to an Amazon link if you want to hook me up and pick one of these up for yourself. There's also a lot of cool stuff in there as well. Scroll down, take a look. So this VTX is almost in all of my quads. It's like the go-to for 3-inch toothpick builds, stuff like that. I also have it here in my 5-inch. Just take a look at how that matches up with the CROSSFIRE. Look how small that is. Here on the bench, you can see that I'm just running a linear antenna on this thing now. Like, for bashing and flying around in the areas that I do, I really don't even need a circular polarized antenna. It does good enough. I'm gonna have a video coming up on that you can actually see how well this does compared to an 800 milliwatt UNIFY Pro. I'm sure I might end up putting this on there eventually, but for right now, I'm gonna bash this and just loving it. By the way, check this out. A whole new cooling fan setup for my Traxxas X-Max. Getting that X-Max geared down for some super speed and bashing, so click the subscribe button if you wanna see more of that. I have so much confidence in this VTX that my next video that is going to be out is going to be a range video comparing it to an 800 milliwatt UNIFY Pro, and you are going to be shocked when you see what happens. If you're living under a rock, this is what it looks like on the TBS website for $29.95. The interesting thing about this VTX is that you can actually wire it up with CRSF protocol, and that's how I have mine wired up. So they are going to release the firmware updates for this. So if you have version 1s, which a lot of us do, I still have a few of them, we're actually going to be able to update the firmware via CRSF to the Pronano 32 to give it this 500 milliwatts of output power and any of the other features that they plan on adding, like barcodes and stuff like that. So inside the package, you get your VTX, you get a little mounting power plate if you want to use that, you get cabling, heat shrink, and you also get one of the little TBS linear antennas, which I feel is just a super quality linear antenna. I've had no problem with it at all on any of my builds. I'm sure a lot of people can testify to that as well. And this quad right here just keeps on flying better and better, even with some green screened invisible props back there. I was able to shave off even more weight by doing that nice little stack back there in the back. Isn't that just beautiful? Just loving it. There's going to be a lot more videos coming up about this Betaflight 4.2 quad as well. If you want to see what's been happening with it so far, just click up here and you'll see that stuff also in the description below. So that's it, guys. Short and to the point. TBS is dropping bombs when it comes to this VTX. It's getting smaller, it's getting better. Go get yourself one, try it out.